It's kicked off yesterday.
Yeah, it kicked off yesterday. They welcomed the Holy Father to Rio. It was really incredible. I don't know what happened to that route, the motorcade, but they got into an area there, and his car, which was just a little car, was just surrounded by people. And of course, the windows are open because he likes to be with people. He likes the contact.
Well,
people
he was with people.
Reaching in.
He was with people.
It was pretty funny.
I have made some wrong turns in my life, but I have never made a wrong turn like that. I was frightened for him. I really was, because they were, and the poor security guards, they're trying to hold people back, and there were just so many people, and then they were just stuck. They were just stuck there. And you're right, the people were reaching in, trying to touch him. And I thought at one point he would shut the window, because it would make, nope, he wasn't going to shut that window.
I was impressed too, later on, when they were at the palace with the President of the Republic. He introduced to her, I presume it was all of the priests and bishops who are part of his entourage from the Vatican. And it was very clear, though you couldn't hear the Holy Father speaking, it was very clear that he knew the name of each one of them. He introduced each one of them to the President by name, and there was a real familiarity between the Holy Father and his collaborators there at the Vatican, which is really nice to see, because that bodes well for the Church when the Pope has a good working relationship with those who are right around him.
Oh, absolutely. And I loved when he got off the plane, there were a couple, there was a cardinal and a bishop who were there, and he was shaking hands, and he turned, he saw them, and he was, whoa, and he gave them a big hug. And we have some pictures, actually, we could take a look at of World Youth Day that Helen just sent over to us, so we can take a look. And that's beautiful. That's better than it is here right now in Boston.
Have you ever been to Rio, Jay?
I have not. I have been to Venezuela, Honduras, Nicaragua, so I've been down that way, but I've never been there.
So what you're saying is that Brazil is like the only country you haven't been to?
Pretty much, pretty much. But look at this. Look how beautiful these shots are. And that's, of course, is the famous statue of Jesus that we're looking at. And here are you could see the enthusiasm of so many of these young people as they await the Pope. And a lot of them have seen the Pope already, because he was just driving through the streets.
And the prediction is about 1.5 million once everything comes together there on the Copacabana beach. And you can watch it all right here on Catholic TV. My co-host, Alexis Grace Richard, is going to join us later on in the week, and we're going to provide wall-to-wall coverage for you. So it would be almost like being right there in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Well, what's interesting, too, is when you weren't here last week, we had...
I was here in spirit.
You were here in spirit. We had a piece on, and it had all young people who were together down there in Rio. But what I loved was, you wouldn't get a group that was Boston, it was New York, it was Chicago, it was Los Angeles, just them individually in their own separate groups. They were all together. So they'd say, who are you? Well, I'm from Boston, I'm from New York, and they were all standing together, and it was just a great atmosphere of coming together as one universal church.
It's one of the great blessings, I think, for the young people that are privileged to be able to go to World Youth Day, is that they get to meet other young people who share their faith, who share discipleship from all over the country, and make friends with fellow disciples, if you will. So it's a great blessing.
Well, we get to meet people too, you know.
Like who?
Well, Emily Abi-Kheirs.
Oh, she's down there already. She's on the ground.
She is our correspondent.
Our embedded journalist.
Down there in Rio, and Emily joins us now. Emily, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you guys? Bon dia from Rio de Janeiro.
Bon dia!
We are doing great. I have to be honest with you. We're a little nervous about the Skype, because we did not know, with so many people down there trying to get out, whether we'd be able to do Skype. So congratulations to you to find an area where you could Skype us. What is the mood like down there?
The mood down here is just unreal. Everyone is out on the streets. Our hotel actually is right in the center of everything. So we've been seeing pilgrims running down the street. There's singing, there's dancing. We're praying in the streets. We actually even saw the Pope drive by our hotel yesterday. You could just see everyone running away, running to go just catch a glimpse of him. It's crazy out here. The mood is just so amazing and inspiring. It's beautiful down here.
Emily, it's so great that you're able to bring this news to us of the mood and give us a sense of what's happening. I want to thank you personally for your help to us this week in advance. And also, I have to ask you a question in the name of all of our viewers here. How is that Father Chris Hickey? Is he behaving himself?
He is behaving himself.
Good.
We are definitely one of the biggest groups in the Boston Archdiocese, but the Boston Archdiocese stands out down here. We are one of the biggest archdioceses out here, so it's really great to be a part of that too.
Logistically, how is it to move around to try to get from one location to another? Because there are so many young people down there. Is it hard?
It's not hard yet. This is actually our first real day out here. Yesterday, we spent our day at the Christ the Redeemer statue, and we took a bus. So today, we will find out how hard or not hard it is to walk around the streets. It should be pretty easy because we are in the center of everything. Everything should be about an hour or less of walking distance, so we'll see.
Emily, this is Father Reed. You know, another huge group that is there at World Youth Day are all of our friends from the Diocese of Brooklyn. And so if you meet any of them, please tell them that we all say hello here from Catholic TV. But what's it like? I've always wondered. It must be magnificent. I've only seen the statue of Christ our Redeemer in pictures, but what was it like to stand there and see it right up close?
Well, we actually had a really, really once-in-a-lifetime incredible experience at the Christ the Redeemer statue. When you get there, that statue is just enormous, and you can see it from any part of Rio. It's really great to see how this whole country comes together through Christ. We actually were able to do a mass inside of the Christ the Redeemer statue. We have footage coming your way. It was really, really special. It moved a lot of people to tears. We had pilgrims from all over the country trying to get in there. We had communion. It was really, really incredible.
This is your third World Youth Day. Why do you go, Emily?
What was the question?
This is the third World Youth Day that you've gone to. Why do you continue to go?
I continue to go for the community. All the people you meet are the best people in the entire world. Everyone's just so happy. Everyone is so full with life, full of spirit. It's just incredible to be around. Why would you not want to be here?
You know, one of the things you always want at a World Youth Day, I suspect, is good weather. And I know you're not a meteorologist by trade, but what's the forecast for the week and the weekend?
I think the next couple of days are actually supposed to be a little cloudy. It might rain on us, but just a little rain is not going to dampen the spirits. It's still crazy out there. There's still people smiling. We're not going to get hurt by this weather at all. And I'm sure by some miracle it'll clear up. Everything's going to work in the way that it should, because it always does.
Emily, you hear in today's world so many times about young people and they're searching for their faith, and here you are with 1.5 million Catholic young people. It must be a great experience for all of them to come together, know they're not alone in their faith, and that they are joined by so many other people. It must be thrilling for young people to be there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there are people from all different age ranges, too. You have young people, 15 to 18-year-olds, but you also have, I've seen 60, 70-year-olds. Everyone comes. It doesn't matter how old you are just because it's a World Youth Day. Everyone's youthful at heart, I think. It brings out the youth in everybody, no matter what age you are.
Well, it's really great, Emily, to be able to talk to you today. And once again, on behalf of all of us here at Catholic TV and everyone who watches, we thank you for your time today, and also for your help throughout this week and the coming weekend, because you're going to really bring the on-the-ground story to us and help us to allow our viewers to experience it almost like you're experiencing it.
Yeah, and you can follow us on social media. We're going to be using the hashtag CTWYD13. So you can follow us. You can see all the pictures. We're handing out those cards to all of the pilgrims that we meet. There's going to be blogs, pictures, videos. You can definitely follow us online using that hashtag.
Well, Emily, we are thrilled for all you're doing for Catholic TV, but more importantly, what you're doing for all the viewers who are watching this program right now, telling us what's going on. And if you see anyone from Pittsburgh, Archdiocese, Detroit, Louisiana, or anywhere else across the country that watch Catholic TV, make sure you say hi, you get a quick interview with them so they can say hi to their friends at home. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. I definitely will. Thank you so much for having me on your TV show.
Hey, you're part of it now.
Opportunity.
Hey, you're the star now. Who are you kidding? We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
That's great, isn't it?
She is a great person, and she knows what she's doing too.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
Do you know that? So, Helen had put up a post showing a picture of you and Emily, and somebody wrote right underneath, "You are going to be thrilled with Emily. She's such a great person. She's a great attribute to Catholic TV." And they're right. She did. That was that's the first time she's done that.
Yeah, and I think it's great to have a young person as an embedded journalist, right there on the ground, because she's not going to just bring the images and the video to us. She's going to bring the spirit of the event.